Hi, Frank Jones here. I'm really excited to bring this to you. This is one people have been talking and asking me about for a very long time. I have a software that posts ads, not reply to ads, posts ads on Backpage in 546 cities. Those are all the English-speaking cities on Backpage. So, everything that you're looking at here on this first page, with the exception of the ones that obviously wouldn't be English speaking, such as Japan, Korea, Belgium, etc., you can place an ad all over Backpage, and you know what? It absolutely does work. I'm going to try to keep this video short, but the one thing that I ask you is please, please, please watch this video in its entirety, so you are completely aware of everything the software does, more importantly, everything that it doesn't do, so you can make a conscious buying decision. And as always, you will have a link. There is a link on this page to email me if you have any questions before you decide to buy. Okay, with all that stuff out of the way, let's get down to this. The first thing I want to do is tell you that I've been using this software for about 2 or 3 months, and it's been working flawlessly. I am not getting ghosted. My ads are sticking. They're staying up. People are clicking on my ads. I run this software maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'm not trying to blow a hole through it. I don't do it like that. I don't build this software for speed. I build it for performance and consistent good work and getting the job done consistently every time. So it's not going to fly through all those 546 postings in 10 minutes. It's going to take the day, but it doesn't matter to you because you don't have to do it. You can minimize it, walk away from it, go do something else, go take a nap, whatever you want to do. Over here, I've got my stat counter because I do have some stats on my ads. And you'll see just today we've got a Cleveland back page there. You'll see a lot of different things here because I'm doing a lot of things to drive traffic to, in this case, my 200 a day site. There's Cleveland, there's La Crosse, Wisconsin, La Crosse, there's McKellen back page, there's another one. So Monterey back page, you can see that it's driving traffic. This is some other things that I'm doing for my URP packages. You guys might be aware of that. Put my stuff right on the front page of Google. Let's go to another page here. I just want to show you some traffic, show you that these ads are sticking and I am getting traffic from them. Let's see, Sarasota back page right there. Let's see, and I've had several opt-ins today, and they've all come because I get their IP address. They've all come from these Backpage postings. So it is absolutely doing what it needs to do. There's Phoenix, that's Craigslist, Bellingham Backpage, Fargo, North Dakota Backpage, and let's go one more page deep. There's tons of them. Albany, Cincinnati, Eugene. Right? I show proof of my stuff. My videos aren't pretty, but they go right to the nitty-gritty of what needs to be shown. Wales back page, that's over in England. Seattle back page. Indianapolis back page. Akron, Fort Worth. You get the picture. Saskatoon. You get the picture. I'm showing you real life proof. Today's date is the 19th. This is October 19th. Let's go check that time. Or I should say date and time. Let's see, date and time. Date and time. Just to show proof that today is the 19th. And yes, it absolutely is the 19th. Friday, October 19th, 7:05 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. And you can see all these are just on the 19th. That's just today. Okay, I've been running this thing for, like I said, a while now. So it's absolutely being consistent and doing exactly what it's supposed to do. This is the one that you want. Everybody wants to be able to place ads. Replying to ads is fantastic, but when you can place hundreds of ads, it's very, very powerful. Okay, let's keep this moving along. I promised you I wouldn't spend a lot of time rambling. All right, so what do you need to do this thing? Let's open up the interface. It's super simple, right? If you've purchased my software before, then you're already familiar with this user interface for the most part. You need to have a Gmail account. Not a Yahoo, not a anybody else. It needs to be a Gmail account. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You want to create a new Gmail account. Over here, I just created a brand new Gmail account. The reason why I'm doing this one for test purposes, I already have a new one I created that I use. I use several, actually, and I'll talk about that in a second. The reason why I say create a new one is because you don't want to have all this other clutter in there. Because after the software places the ads, when you place an ad on Backpage, they forward you and they send you an email and you have to click an activation link. This software, after it places all the ads, will log into your email via the server and it will click all the activation links. And just to keep it nice and simple and smooth, just create a new Gmail account and just use it for this. And if you create several Gmail accounts, just use them for your Backpage, because then you can rotate different email accounts and use this thing 3 or 4 times a week. Okay? Alright, so I got that out of the way. Let's see how this thing works. It's really simple. So what's the first thing we're going to put in? Our email address. I created a new one. Alright, here's my email address. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it in. And I've got email password. Oh, I just said test account. And I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that in. It says Backpage URL list. Let me explain what that means super quick. Okay, so I'm just going to pick any one of these links. It doesn't matter because it's all the same. So I click one of those links. This posts ads to the biz opportunity section only. I repeat, business opportunity section only. So when I click the biz op section and I click post an ad, and whatever, I pick one of these cities, and now I get to the page where I can actually post the ad, right? Well, that page has a URL, okay? So what I've done is I've got every URL to every one of these pages for every English-speaking city, etc., for Backpage, which comes out to, what did I say, 542? It's either 542 or 546, one of the two. We're obviously not going to go through all those cities right now. I'm going to grab a snippet of that list and show you the demo. Alright, so that's how that works. So it says Backpage URL list. You will get the URL list. It's in the download. Okay, it'll be in the download. So you choose the file, and it says Backpage BizOps posting URLs. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use that one because that's the full one to the 546. What I'm going to do, and it's going to look like, not like that, it's going to look like this. And let me unword wrap that. These are all the links to all the cities that it will be posting ads in. Tremendous amount of cities. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab 4. I'm just going to grab 4. Okay, let me come out here and do it this way. Whoops. I'm just going to grab 4. Just for demo, because it'll just take too long otherwise. I'm going to grab these 4. Okay, I'm going to cut them. I'm going to close that. We'll save it. I'll create a new document really quick. It'll just take a second. And I'm just going to just name it that. And I'll just paste those in. Okay, and save. You won't have to do any of this. I'm just doing this for the demo for you. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to choose my file. That'll be what I just created, which is just that. That's that 4 cities. The full list is 546. You'll already have that list. You know I do great tutorials, so my video tutorials will be very in-depth, as they always are. You can count on that, and that's what's nice about my software. You always know what you're getting, and you always know the tutorials are going to be good. Headline. You can spin the headlines. Okay, so that way, because you want to have a lot of variation, you can spin the headlines. So here are all my, that's the image bodies. Here are my headlines, my titles, and if I word wrap that, you can see that I have a lot of them. And anything in between these brackets, you can see a bracket there, and at the very bottom here, you can see a bracket, and then ever so often, you'll see one of these bars. And in between each one of these bars is a title, okay? And I can spin that, so I can copy all of this, select copy, come up here to headline, paste, and what it'll do is it'll pick one of those out. It'll pick out one of those titles in between one of those bars, because here's a bar here, right, for instance, and here's a bar here, and then you've got a headline in the middle of that. And then you have another headline over here. That's the first one. etc., etc. So what I mean by spin is it'll grab one of those. Again, my tutorial, I'll slow down, show you how that works and how to do it. It's super, super simple, extremely simple. Okay, and the best part is you can make a big title list like this. You can always add to it, but you only basically have to do it once. You put in 30 or 40 titles, you do it one time, save it, and you use it over and over and over again. Super simple. Super, super simple. Okay, the body. You can also spin the body. I've created image ads. Okay, I've created image ads, and I'm not going to have a tutorial on how to do that. And the reason is because, well, I don't know what software and access to software you have on your computer, so it's not a universal thing. If somebody wants some one-on-one consultation, I'm willing to do some one-on-one consultation, and I'll make it really affordable and show you how to do that or walk you through the steps or something like that. But in all actuality, you could probably go do some Google searches and learn how to create image ads. But you can also spin your ads just using regular text too. It doesn't have to be image ads. I'm doing it this way because I'm being fancy schmancy. But you don't have to do it that way, okay? Absolutely. You don't have to have image ads. You can just do regular printed text ads and spin those. And again, in my video tutorial, there'll be several because I'll break them down into smaller chunks. I will have a video tutorial on how to spin the message body, okay? Really, really simple. Super simple. So I'm going to copy these, Control A, Control C, and I'm going to paste. Guess what? I'm done. If I hadn't been spending this last almost 12 minutes talking, it would have literally taken me 15 seconds to plug this in and hit the run button. So what's going to happen is when I hit the run button, nothing happens at first. It's going to take a second to start. It's got to go through its things. So there's 5. I must have grabbed 5 of them right there. You can see the count. It's going to go to that listing, that first one, and it's going to put in a title and one of those spun titles, and it's going to put in one of my spun image ads. And remember, again, you don't have to use image ads. It's just I'm being fancy about it. And then it's going to come down here and input the email address and the email address again because you need it twice. It's going to click no, do not show links to other postings. It's going to click continue, and then right here it's got to beat Captcha. Yes, this does beat Captcha. That is a third-party service. If you're familiar with using some of my software, you know sometimes you got to do that. You have access to 3 different third-party services to use, and it's not expensive. Okay, so let's place that ad. Boom, it's posted. Let me pause this for a second and show you here in the tools, Capture Service Accounts. Right, I use Captcha. Right, that's how much money I have in mine. But these are the 3 services: Death by Captcha, Captcha, or Bypass Captcha. Those are the 3 that you can use. I'm obviously using Captcha because I've just been using them for years. But you have your choice between the 3. And I'll have a video tutorial on how to do this. Right? Remember, everything is going to be shown to you, broken down step by step. Super simple. You only have to do this thing once, and it'll always remember it. So it's not like you have to do this every time. So I just paused that for a second. Why? So we can look in the mail here, and we can see here's that link that it sends after it places the ad, because there's an activation link in here. When this software gets done placing these ads, let me go ahead and hit run again. It's going to log into my email and click those activation links. So it's all hands off. So it's very, very cool. Okay, now it's going on to the next one. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to pause this for a second so we're not spending the next 5 minutes just watching it do the same thing. So I'm just going to pause. It'll only seem like a flash of the eye, but I guess we'll watch one more because I've seen it 100 times or 1,000 times. This is obviously your first time, so you probably want to see it do it a couple of times. So there it's going to input the email address, and the only reason I'm scrolling down on the side here is because I've shrunk the screen down so you can see in this video. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to be doing that. You'd be able to see all this on your computer. And it's going to beat the Captcha. Takes a second. And like I said, this thing's not built for speed. It's built to work constantly, work proficiently, and work consistently. And sometimes when you're trying to do things just too dang quick, it just doesn't work like that. So I've slowed it down. But like I said, this is something that you set up. You put in your little pieces up here. You put in your email. You put in your password. You attach the URL list that's already supplied. You put in your headline, your spun message bodies. You hit run, and you walk away from this thing, or you minimize it. Right? You can minimize it and go do something else. All right? So let me pull it back up and go do something else. So there it is. It's posting again. And it's going to put in the email addresses. There they are. And I didn't set it up so that it spins email addresses because I didn't want to make it that complicated. If you want to have more than one email account, then you just use one email account and do your ads one day, and then the next day use another email account, Gmail account that you've created, and use that login information. I just wanted to keep it simple. I don't want to have it all technical. I know there are other things out there and they're complicated. One of the reasons that my software, I'm glad that did that. If it misses one, you can see there was a problem, it missed it. It will go back and do it again. That's slick. So if it misses it, it'll go back and try again until it gets it right. After X amount of times, if it can't get it right, it'll eventually move on so that way it doesn't stick. But it's going to give it the old college try several times. And there it goes. It did get it, right? So that's nice. I'm glad that happened because I would have forgot to mention that. So I kind of lost what I was saying there. But what I was saying basically, I think, was I keep things simple, and that's what's been so successful about my software packages is because they're simple, easy to use. Everybody gets it. When you start trying to make things too technical, software doesn't have to be technical. It needs to be user-friendly, and this is user-friendly. Okay, so we're rounding up on 20 minutes here on the video, and I really want to try to wrap this up, but this is a video worth watching every minute. I want you to know exactly what this software does and exactly what it doesn't, so you can determine if it's right for you. And it is, because it's a great piece of software, and it works. I even showed you proof of the traffic that I'm getting. I'm showing you real lifetime proof from today, not some old traffic. Today's traffic. Alright, so that one's in. If we go back and look over here, we can see our links over here. Okay, so we've got, and then we can go and verify that these are up. I'm even going to show you that these ads do post. So we'll go take a look at that in a second. This thing should almost be finishing. It's on number 4. Or it might be on the last one. It's going to put the message body in. It's real nice and slick. Nice, steady as she goes. No problems. It's going to put the next one in. Then it's going to click the do not show links to other postings. Because you don't need a long list of all these other ads you've done. So it automatically knows to click that because it doesn't need to show it. It's going to beat the Captcha. And that ought to do it. And then it's going to go, it logs into the server in the background. You won't see any action happening. It just does it in the background. It connects to your server. So you're not going to go see it log in to your Gmail. It doesn't work like that. It just connects to the server. But you will know when it finishes, and I'll show you why in a minute. So that's that. We go look over here, and yes, we have our 1 of 5, right? And that's exactly how many we had. Sometimes, like I said, if it can't beat the capture, it'll miss a few. But when you have 546 or 542 in play, 1 or 2 is not going to make a big deal. It's not going to make any difference. You're going to be getting a lot of traffic. Okay, so it's done all that, and now what it's going to do is it's going to go log in on the server side into my Gmail account, and it's going to start clicking those links. And let's see, I'm going to refresh this page here and see what happens. Okay, you can already see 2 of them are gone. Okay, 2 of them are gone. All I did was refresh. You're seeing this real time, so you know I didn't click any of those links. Now 3 are gone. Okay, there's only 2 more left. I'm sure if I wait a couple more seconds, they're going to be gone. What does that mean? That means those ads are already active, because what it does is it clicks the link and then it deletes the ad. So after the software runs and you go log into your account, it's already run, and you see your account is empty, that means it's already posted everything, it's clicked them, it's taken out the trash. It did everything it needed to do. and that one it's already clicked because it's not even highlighted anymore. So what I'm going to do now is let's go look and see what we got. So I can go look at these. I'm going to unword wrap this real quick. So we can go over here to this site, Caribou Backpage. Right? I can go grab the link and verify that it did in fact do what it needed to do. Right? Can I? Yeah. Let's go check it out. So I'm going to come over here. Oops, that said Akron. Where is Caribou? All right, well, let's get over to it this way. It's obviously not liking that way. So I'm going to come over here, post an ad, and then I'm going to go post multiple ads. I'm just looking at it the long way here. Just bear with me. I already missed my mark of a super short video, but I'm sure you'd rather see everything in action than me leave some things out. Okay, so over here I get the long list. So that was Caribou. Or something like that. I don't even know where it was. I don't know if I can find it. Let's see how to get in there. Let me pause this for a second. Aha, I figured out what the problem was. Because I've got it to posting. You see it says posting. Let me delete that posting out of there. And if I go over there, now there we go. See, sometimes I just have to slow down too. Okay, BizOps. Click. And there's my ad. This little ad makes me $200 a day. Click it. Right? Yep, that's my image ad. If I click it, where's it going? It's going right to my site, right to my lead capture page. Boom. All right, that's one down. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the picture. Let's grab this one here. Let's take this last one. And we'll come back here, and I'll paste that in, and I'll delete out where it says posting. And we'll come over here and click BizOps. And I think this one's mine. Need extra cash? Yeah. No, that's not mine. Wow, which one was it? There it is. Like I said, when it's spinning all the titles, I wasn't sure which one it is. This one's mine. Click it. Where's it go? That same home page or that same late capture page. So boom, there it is. You see it all in action. It all works flawlessly. It's a great, great, great piece of software. Extremely powerful, but I probably don't need to tell you that. This is the one that you've been waiting for. It did take me longer than I wanted to in the video, but now you get to see everything in action. If you have any questions, click the email me link. Ask your questions. I'm happy to answer them. I want you to make an informed buying decision. This is a great piece of software. This is the one you've been waiting for. Okay? Thank you.